Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Bell. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now it's Rudolph. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Detroit!
Rudolph throwing on second down. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 5. And that's going to lead to a third down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. Steps away to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. A give to Bell. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Rudolph. Safarian Jenkins has it. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
The give is to Bell. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll pitch it out to Bell. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Here's Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll try the air now. Here's Rudolph. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Here's a give to Bell running left. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And the Steelers on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll let the fullback try and push the pile. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you think, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's Rudolph. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. And Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
They go play action here on first down. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a second down.
Leopard! Leopard! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And this is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. Now Bell. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Steelers on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be third and 5.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
From the gun, here's Rudolph. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on fourth down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. A second quarter score from Carson. The Raiders out to an early lead over the Chargers. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Bud Dupree, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there as the first half is winding down, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Meanwhile, out in Los Angeles, they're in the second quarter now. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Now Rudolph on first down. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun now on third down. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. Finding some room at midfield. down to the 28-yard line. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
He'll look to throw. On the right side, caught by Green. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Bullock good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Back to throw, Rudolph. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Again, it's Rudolph. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when. He told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll look to throw here. Open man is Uzomah. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. First target, first catch, and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about.
Second down, here's Mixon. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A handoff to Mixon. Able to power through. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
The Bengals hoping Mixon improves on the numbers from his rookie year. He's back there again on first down. It's Mixon on the counter. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Back to throw here. Dancing to his left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Now the Bengals on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it here. This is Mark Walton. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. They'll run with Mixon. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On the toss, Bernard. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not got too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They get it to him running left. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, eluding the tackle. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Rudolph now on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Carl Lawson. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Dorsett's got it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Now let's go.
Here comes a first down throw for Rudolph. Over the middle, Dorsett. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits.
And nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big...
Glad you took my advice.